busy laughing. He puts the pool down on the ground, and even without shade to keep it cool, my toes still get excited just thinking about that water. It's a hose day today, Harvey says. I don't care what anyone says. When it gets up to 48 degrees, I'm using the hose to fill this damn thing to the top. The other jackets don't like Harvey bringing in that pool. They say it wastes water. The last time Harvey filled it up with the hose, the water went off and didn't come back on until the truck came back 3 days later. So Harvey had to reckon they were probably right. I ask Harvey about the water running out, but he just shrugs and says, "Too late now, Subhi, it's already half full. What's up? You don't want to swim?" I don't say that I like toilets that can flush more, or that tomorrow's my shower day and you can't have a shower without water. I don't say, because my skin is aching, waiting to jump in that pool, and hearing that water makes me thirst even worse than before, especially knowing I can't even sneak a drop because the tank water makes you sick. But Harvey thinks of everything, and seeing my look, he points to his bag full to the top with water bottles. Harvey's great like that. I make sure not to drink too much so there's enough to go around. Out of nowhere, kids come running to the sound of the water splashing into the pool. By the time it's full, there's already 14 of us trying to push in quick before the water warms up as hot as the dirt. Our feet fighting for space in that pool and sloshing water up and over the side, turning the ground to mud. Even Queenie is here, splashing some of the cool up onto her face. I try to help her, but all I get is a punch on the arm for my troubles. "Here you go, kids, your very own sea. Don't go in too deep now." Harvey points the hose to the sky so that the last bit of water rains down on us and tingles our skin. I've seen pictures of the sea in some of the books and magazines that come through the rec room. In the pictures, the sun is never angry, but warm and soft, glinting the water. Queenie says that when you swim deep down under the sea, you can watch all the fish and turtles and rays and sea flowers as bright, and that you can lie on your back and let the sea carry you, and you don't sink, not even a bit. The sea just lifts you up. Some days, if the wind blows just right, I can catch a whiff of the real sea. Then, if I close my eyes and rub out everyone else pushing around me, and put all my thinking onto that water bumping against my toes, then for a second I'm there, with the sea pushing in and out against me, and going on forever and ever, and me breathing in the wind right down inside and just waiting to let that water tingle over my whole body all at once and not just in drops. Anyway, there's no wind today, just hot. Harvey goes to his bag and pulls out toys for the pool, some cups with holes in the bottom that pattern down water onto the dirt, some toy plastic boats and a water wheel for the little ones, and a rubber duck. Harvey throws the duck into the water, which is already red from the dirt and getting warmer by the second. The duck doesn't seem to mind, even though feet keep stomping it under the water and kicking it about. That duck just keeps bobbing back up, smiling a little duck smile all the while. I know a bit about ducks. Harvey taught me. I know that the feathers close to the duck's skin stay dry, even when they dive as deep down under water as they can go. I know that there aren't any nerves in a duck's feet so that their feet don't ever get cold. I know that a male duck is called a drake, and that there are some ducks quacking around who have been alive longer than me. Ducks can live up to 12 years, which is pretty good if you think about it. I even know a duck joke. What goes down as it grows up? I guess that's more of a riddle than a joke. The rubber duck Harvey put in the pool has black hair and a moustache and a tiny triangle-y beard. It's wearing a blue jacket, and under its wing is a bit of paper with writing on it that says, "To quack or not to quack." "What's with the duck?" Queenie says, picking it up and looking at it with that hard on her face like she's trying to work something out. "It's a Shakespeare duck," Harvey smiles. I think he thinks it's funny, but neither of us get why. He wrote plays. He's famous. Queenie stares at Harvey with the same look on her face that she used on the duck, and Harvey stops talking. "The water's already too hot. I don't know why you bother." Queenie throws the duck so it squeaks when it hits me on the head, and is gone before I can even ask her what a play is. I look at the duck. For a second I think it gives me a little duck nod and a wink. "Well, hello there," it says. "What's a play, Harvey?" But Harvey's not listening. He's moved over to the oldies on the plastic chairs that get all hot and sticky from being left in the sun. So whenever the oldies move, their legs sound like the Velcro on the tents. Harvey tells them to get inside, tells them about the sun being burning today, and there being no sunscreen to stop it turning their skin to sandpaper. They aren't paying him any mind, though. They just keep swatting the air like Harvey is one of the big flies that settle in your eyes and ears and won't leave you alone. They pretend they don't understand a word of what he says, even though some of their English is as good as Harvey's. And when that Shakespeare duck decides he doesn't like living with Harvey so much and suggests he could come live with me instead, I know Harvey won't even notice. The pool isn't great for properly cooling off with so many of us squashing to get wet. Really, it's only our feet that get all the way in, and then the little ones push and grump until we step out of their way. But just having that water swish through your hands, though, or splash over your back and head cools everything down just enough so your brain can think right again.